Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Watchers Podcast with your hosts, Brad and Colson.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Why are you doing this to us?
Because you were home.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name's Brad, here with Colson.
Hello.
Colson, I'm excited for the show today.
Me too.
We have a great review coming out for the movie Prey.
Yep.
But before we do that, have you watched anything this week?
I have, and I'm excited to talk about what I've watched.
Nice.
I'm sure a lot of people know Cinemassacre from YouTube.
I love it.
The angry video game nerd. He put out a video recently of what is the worst movie ever, in his opinion.
Yes, I've watched this.
Okay, so I watched it, and he mentioned a movie called Wavelength from 1967.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got home that day, and I was like, it's 46 minutes or whatever, I'm going to watch it.
You watched the whole thing?
It is the worst movie of all time.
Yeah.
It is really, really bad. If you don't know, it's basically like a single shot of an apartment window, or it's very blurry. It's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it makes noise. Almost nothing happens. There's a few people that walk through the shot. It is bad.
Yeah.
But...
And it does slowly zoom in, right?
Yeah, very
onto
slowly.
The picture on
Somebody
the wall.
collapses on the floor. Very strange, very bizarre movie.
Yeah.
Apparently they show it in film school. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah. And everybody's kind of like, oh, did you watch Wavelength? It's
exactly.
Like an urban legend almost.
Yes. Now, the funny thing is I went to my letterbox to log it.
Mm-hmm.
And you always scroll down to see what other people think. And I don't know if these people are just being like douchey, like, I'm a film fucking, I know everything.
Like the high society type film reviewer people.
The amount of 5 stars is crazy.
What?
And it's like, I love this movie. I've seen it 2,000 times, and I don't know if they're real or not.
Yeah.
But anyway, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's 45 minutes if you can make it. It was bad.
Yeah, let us know if you've watched this and how you survived, or if you survived watching it.
Definitely. The second one I watched, Big Fish.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is one that I had talked about long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this movie.
Yeah.
Only watched it the one time. Figured, I'll watch it again. I hate this movie.
Damn.
Not as much as I did the first time.
Yeah.
I liked aspects of it. I definitely like the father-son in that time.
Yeah.
I think it's more the father's stories with Ewan McGregor playing the part of what he did that I'm like, ugh, enough of this.
I like those.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, did it happen? Didn't it?
Right.
Like, there's that, like, is he
And
making it up? Or
a few of them aren't bad,
yeah,
in my opinion.
I love the look of that town that he goes to. Where it's all grass and you don't wear shoes.
Yeah. Good acting in it. Trainwreck, Woodstock 99.
Hey, I watched that too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can talk about that together. I as soon as I saw it, I'm fascinated with that Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
I think it's like some of the funniest YouTube videos that you could ever watch. Just these fucking animals going insane. This one's kind of focused more on certain bands.
Mm-hmm.
When you read the list of who was there, there's tons of, like, Metallica was there.
Yeah.
You don't even hear Metallica's name.
No.
They focus mostly on Korn, Limp Bizkit, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
And, fantastic documentary.
Yeah. When I started watching it, and they were, like, sort of blaming it on, like, Fight Club and stuff,
right.
I was like, this is stupid, but I'm going to keep watching.
Yeah.
But I do love how it almost showed the, like, rioting insane group as the good guys in it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you gouge them for every cent you could get out of them.
Brutal.
Like, they were basically living in shit.
Oh, yeah.
They were on a tarmac in, like, crazy heat.
Yeah.
No water.
No water.
Like, no wonder they went nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, you put them in the worst environment possible.
Exactly. And my favorite thing about it is, like, the promoters of it are kind of like, they weren't sure. Why would this happen?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, look at Woodstock 69's music.
Yeah.
And just the culture in general.
Well, yeah, they had people giving out free food in 69.
Exactly. You go to 99, and it's new metal.
Yeah.
Which is like mosh pit, throwing elbows in there, and like you mentioned, food.
Yeah.
They mentioned, I think they said a bottle of water at that time was going for 65 cents.
Yeah.
And they were charging $4
at the start,
which is like,
yeah,
that's, those people are awful people.
Yeah. And then they mentioned, like, by the end of it, everyone was running out, so they
Yeah.
were charging $12 for a bottle of water.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But no, great. I had a lot of fun with it. I was laughing a lot until it's not technically a it's like a mini series type thing.
Docuseries.
Yeah, it's only 3 45-minute.
Yeah.
I was laughing a lot, having a lot of fun until the end of the second episode when the guy's like, when that van pulled into the rave.
Yeah.
And then he describes opening the door and what he saw.
It really sucked the fun out of
it. Yeah. I mean, at the beginning, everybody was having so much fun. The women were, there's a lot of nudity. There's ball bags in it. There's full frontal male, full frontal female.
Yeah, Flea is full frontal.
Exactly. His dick's flopping around on stage. It was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was well done. I learned a decent amount. I knew a lot. But yeah, still a fun one to check out.
Yeah.
But yeah. And how about you? Did you watch anything else?
After that, oddly, this sort of ties in. As soon as it ended, I was just sitting on the couch and one of the recommended things started playing, and it was a trailer for The Most Hated Man on the Internet.
Right. I have it on my list.
Yeah, with Hunter Moore. I never heard about this, and like in the documentary, I only made it about halfway.
Okay.
Because I found it got really repetitive and just... But I guess this guy set up a website where you could submit anonymous pictures of whoever you wanted.
Okay.
Like nudes and stuff. And it would link all your social media stuff too. So like your Facebook. Oh. So people were like waking up in the morning and finding out that nude photos they had on their phone were on this website. And then everybody knew about it.
Wow.
And he wouldn't take them down.
Of course.
And he was just the biggest piece of shit. Like, you watch it, and I think I just had to shut it off because I'm like, I can't take any more of how the guy is, and he thinks he's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was just terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure some people enjoy watching it, but I couldn't finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I have it on my list. I don't know if I'll get to it, especially now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. You're just watching, you're like, I want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a piece of shit.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. So, on A.
Yeah.
7.3 on IMDb, directed by Dan Trachtenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Probably best known for 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Right.
Great movie.
Yep.
Go check it out. Yeah, I'll let you give a bit of a rundown.
Okay. So, cast-wise, Amber Midthunder plays Naru. Dakota Beavers plays Tabe. I don't know how their names are said.
Yeah.
And Stormy Kipp plays Wasapi. Or Wasap. I have no idea. So the plot, the origin story of the Predator and the world of the Comanche?
Yeah.
Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Naru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth.
Yeah. I'll stop you right there.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty disappointed. right away.
Okay.
So I thought this was a To Catch a Predator movie.
Oh, yes.
Like a full-length picture, but
that would be good.
then as soon as I seen the Comanche people, I figured that wasn't the case.
Yeah, no internet then.
No.
Okay.
Continue.
Runtime, about an hour and 40, a little bit less with credits. And we will be spoiling it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't watched it yet, go out and check it out. It's on Disney Plus.
Or Hulu if you're in the United States.
Yeah. I had it all planned out. I was going to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and head upstairs and watch it. 40 minutes on service with fucking Disney Plus, trying to figure out why when I clicked it, it said I wasn't allowed to watch it.
What?
They're like, try going to your parental settings on your thing, and I was like, I am, and every time I click it, it's sending me here. And the woman was like, send me screenshots of what you're, and she's like, okay, delete the app and then re-download it. And I did, and it worked.
Oh, good.
So 40 minutes later, I got it started.
Nice.
But yeah, anyway, into the movie. I love the opening.
Yeah.
I thought it was shot really well. Out with her dog, throwing an axe, hunting that deer. The animals in the movie, little CGI-ish.
Yeah.
But not bad.
Yeah.
It worked enough for most of them.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, it looked great, looked well shot.
They did these really cool, like, wide open shots, like
of like all the land.
Yeah.
Like,
or like it'd be her on like, it'd be like a shadow of her, like a black outline of her on some cool lit background and stuff. That they almost look like paintings at times.
Yeah,
like
they
the
do.
way they're shot. It was really cool.
Yeah, I agree. Her dog gets caught in a trap, and my very, very first thought was, is this some sort of a predator? Because she looks at it, she's never seen it before.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is either going to be one of two things. It's going to be the predator's trap, or it's going to be white people.
Yeah.
And we find out later on, it is white people. So my question to you, do you like that they speak English in the movie? Or would you rather have had them speak their language and have subtitles?
I think I would have rather their language with subtitles.
Okay.
I know you're probably happy they're speaking English because you don't like to read.
I do not like to read.
But it does take you out of it a little bit.
See, I've mentioned this movie before, but in Valkyrie with Tom Cruise, he's playing a German soldier.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning of the movie, he's writing a letter, and he's reading the letter, and he's reading it in German. And then it transitions to English. And that's the way it happens. Like, okay, they're speaking German, but we're hearing the English.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is, I guess, what they went for in this.
Yeah.
But my problem with it is again, I'll mention this a little bit later. I'll get to it right now, but I have more notes on it later on. Is that there's white people in the movie. They're French people, but they do speak English.
Yeah.
Some of them. And then it's like, okay, now you have white French people speaking French and English.
Yeah.
And the Comanche people or whatever speaking English.
Yeah.
And it's like, and also their language. They say certain words sometimes throughout the movie where she'll talk to her dog and she'll say different words.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you got? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you got Predator.
Yeah.
And he's speaking English.
It's fucking clicking.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to hear your opinion.
It's funny, when I was watching it, I watch everything with subtitles, and
Okay.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
But whenever the French guys talked, it gave me French subtitles instead of...
Yeah.
So I don't know if you find out what they say.
They don't. It doesn't say what they say.
Okay.
No. At least I don't think it does. Now you got me questioning. I don't remember seeing any subtitles when they were speaking. So
no.
But yeah. Anyway, I think they do this because I think most of the public wants it to be a movie, and that like Apocalypto, which is a Mel Gibson movie, that one's done in their language.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I probably would prefer it if it was in English. A little, just because, again, I don't have to read. I feel like you miss so much when you're reading that 86-inch screen that I have, I lose, 50 inches above. But anyway, just a personal preference, I guess. Cool scene with the snake, it's an ant crawling.
Yeah.
And it crawls on whatever, and then this like muskrat or rat thing comes and eats it, and then a rattlesnake eats that thing.
Yeah.
And the predator's there the whole time, and the snake senses the predator there, eh? Like, you see it turn and was like, its rattle's going.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is this? And it lunges at it, and then it gets fucking split.
Yeah, it's speared with those two claws.
Ripped up. It was kind of cool. Looked, good.
Yeah. It would have been so great if I didn't know this was a Predator movie.
Yeah.
Imagine just going to the movie theater, not being told the name of it or anything, sitting down watching this. Be like, oh, it's like a 1700s period piece where the Comanche lady proving that she can be a warrior, and then all of a sudden you see the Predator. Exactly. It would have been so cool.
Yeah, that
just
would
to
have
be
been
like,
good.
holy shit.
I do like that. That would have been great.
Yeah.
So that's one animal that gets killed. There's a lot of animal deaths in this.
Oh, yeah. PETA would not be happy about this movie.
There's a wolf a few minutes after the rattlesnake scene. A wolf hunting a rabbit.
Yeah, that's a cool scene, too.
Yeah. It doesn't end well for the wolf.
Nope.
You know what it reminded me of? Have you seen Predators? The one with Adrian Brody?
No.
Okay, well, there's a scene where a guy and the Predator kind of face off, much like the wolf and the Predator do.
Mm-hmm.
And the wolf lunges at him and turns, and then his guts fall out. In Predators with Adrian Brody, there's a similar scene like that where it's like they have this kind of duel.
Oh, okay.
And same ending with the human.
So, you've seen all the Predator movies?
I've seen all of them, yeah.
Okay, so I've seen the first one.
Okay.
And some of the second one, and Alien vs. Predator.
Okay.
So you're much more versed in the Predator world than I am. You've probably seen them multiple times.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So if there's any Easter eggs or anything that I'm probably missed, you can let me know.
There's one big one that I think most people caught if you've seen the movies. Okay. But I don't know if you'll know it because we'll get to it.
I'm curious if it's the same one. That I'm thinking.
Okay. Now, this is what confirmed my thought. She comes upon a field full of dead buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
You see dead buffalo like that with their hides gone. I immediately think Dances with Wolves. I don't know if other people do too, because the white man comes now. This is a bit of a blooper because I read up on French people that came. They didn't waste meat.
No. They
ended up learning from the natives and using everything. So it's a little bit of a blooper, but whatever.
Yeah.
That when I saw that though, it said, "Oh, okay, there's white people in this movie."
Getting furs.
Yeah. There's dead buffalo there. Also a cigar. Did you see her pick up the cigar at the dead buffalo?
Right.
Possibly a throw to Arnie and his fucking cigar in the first one.
That's right.
Yeah. Now the bear scene.
Yeah. I loved it.
I'm just plowing ahead with my notes. If you have anything here.
Nope, it's all good.
Okay. The bear scene looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
But this is when I miss Bart the Bear.
Oh.
Because if you watch White Fang with Ethan Hawke, there's a scene where he goes into like a pile of fallen wood.
Yep.
And the bear is like trying to get him, and it's biting at him and swatting at him and pushing on it, just like this movie. But it's a real bear.
Yeah.
Made me miss how they don't use live animals anymore. I get it. I mean, it's a lot. I couldn't imagine. I know John Candy dealt with Bart the Bear in The Great Outdoors. It was the scariest moment of his life.
Yeah. I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. having some guy in a green suit going like, "Arr," is a lot less scary than
Yeah. Well, I mean, depending on the situation.
That is true.
And how much ecstasy you're on.
Exactly.
Acid. Could be just as scary.
Could be brutal. But yeah, that whole scene was really cool. The Predator. I thought the bear it gave it a good fight.
It did.
It made him bleed pretty good.
Yeah.
But in the end, again, the Predator just fucked that thing up.
Yeah. I love how the Predator, when he's invisible, looks like a buffering YouTube video all the time.
That's a good point.
Whenever like you're trying to watch it and it goes all pixely, that's kind of what he looked like.
That's very true.
But then he picks that bear up over his head on the claws.
His head,
and the blood pouring down, shows the shape of him. I thought that was super cool.
Me too. I agree. Great scene. And it just shows the strength of a predator. Because bears, I mean, the average grizzly bear is sometimes even over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So this thing, he's strong.
Yeah. There was a little bit of an issue with me with he's just as big as the bear in that scene, but then when he's fighting the Comanches, he seemed smaller. Like he was more human height. Yeah. Like his size seemed to fluctuate.
That's a good point. I'll have to check back on that.
Yeah, 'cause maybe I'm wrong, but when he's fighting that bear, he seemed just as big as the bear.
Yeah.
And she even mentions that, like, big as a bear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to check back. Yeah. I didn't notice it, but now that you're saying it, you might be right.
Yeah, because he didn't seem much taller than them whenever he's fighting them at the end.
That scene, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Not a lot happens in this movie in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't complain. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's so boring. I'm 30 minutes in, nothing's happening." I had no problem.
Yeah, it's setting up everything for the movie. Like, it brings up that yellow flower stuff that I wish I had in the summer when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Because it makes your blood cold.
It does.
That'd be amazing to try and sleep. It just shows her, like, learning, like, okay, if I tie a rope around my axe and I throw it, I can whip it back quicker.
Like Scorpion.
Yeah. 1700 Scorpion.
Exactly.
Like, there's just all these little things that are building.
It's character building.
Yeah.
I had no issue. I don't know why people are bored. I don't know if it's a lot of phone. People just don't have the attention span.
Could be.
Maybe, I don't have that issue myself.
Yeah.
I could sit there and watch another hour of that and I'd be fine.
I
was into it. I think that's the other thing. If you're not into it, maybe you find it more boring.
My wife said she was bored.
Okay.
She went to bed.
Yeah.
But
I asked my wife if she was going to watch it and she said, "No, you go ahead." So I watched it alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I 30, 45 minutes in, not a lot happens, but in action-wise. Like, there is that cougar hunting scene. Some stuff happens there. But for the most part, it's not a ton of action, but it's completely fine.
Exactly. You need to know that she's not a good hunter.
Yeah.
Like, that needs to be established.
She's trying, but she's, I don't know, not the best.
No.
So yeah, she gets trapped by the fur trappers, and now this is my note from earlier about the language. Now, personally, I don't know if in this scene she should be speaking her own language.
Right.
Because I think that would just fuck my brain up. Like, okay, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And I do have a note from the director. I messaged him and he got back to me. It was online. He said what he was trying to go for and whatever. So it's just that it puts him in a tough situation. You've got to make a decision. He made it. I am happy with it, but it is slightly confusing.
It would have been cool if they filmed it both ways.
Yeah, I think they may have.
Oh.
Or they may... there's something about that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it, but I did have... You know what I mean.
I'll jump back a little bit. There was a scene, very Never-Ending Story-ish, where she gets stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
And she's, like... drowning in this swampy mud.
Yeah, and it's a damn good thing she tied her rope to her axe.
Yeah,
that ended up saving her.
Exactly. Right then, I was like, "Oh, this is perfect. She's covered in mud. Predator won't be able to see her."
That's exactly what I thought too.
Very next scene, she's washing it off. Yep. Oh my gosh, she's fucked.
Yep. And because the Arnie scene is famous when he falls into the water in Predator.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Come on, kill me!" And he's covered in mud, and the Predator can't see him. It can't. He just blends in. So I was like, "Oh, the mud's here. She's gonna figure it out at some point." But it turns out that flower.
Yeah.
like you said, it cools your blood so he can't see you. If you've seen the movies, he sees like heat signature things.
Yeah, it's like a heat map whenever
there's a great scene when she eats it and he walks right past her.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy, I think we're getting to it anyway, so I'll just wait until we're there. Actually, it is about this scene. The guy with one leg, who had his leg chopped off, she gave him that shit, and he was crawling still, playing dead, and the predator looks at him, and he looks dead.
Yeah.
So the predator's going to leave him, but then he stepped on him, and the guy's like, ah! And
then he instantly kills
him. So that's my next note is the body count.
Insane.
It's crazy, and I'm almost thinking, I mentioned to a guy I work with, like, it's almost like they put the white people in to up the count.
That's exactly what it was.
As
soon as I seen the white guys,
yeah.
I'm like, this is predator fodder. Like, he's just gonna mow these guys down.
Now, I have the list of kills.
Yeah.
It got tough at times, but I personally, I would have been fine with like a 5 to 8 kill count of him just killing the Comanche people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need 40 kills of 35 of them being these white French fur trapper guys.
Yeah.
It made for some cool shit, but we've also seen a lot of kills in the previous Predator movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't necessarily need it, but the kill count was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, lots of different kills, lots of kills in general. The look of the Predator.
Very cool.
Very cool. Different from what we've seen. No like, metal mask.
It's like a feral predator.
Yeah.
And he has like a bone mask.
That's right. Even his face when he loses his mask is different. It looks different, which I liked.
Yeah.
It still had the 4 fang things that open up.
Yeah, because it kind of makes sense. Like, this is in the 1700s.
Mm-hmm.
The creature's evolving as it goes on, so it makes sense that he would look different now.
Exactly.
I liked it a lot.
I did too. I was happy. Kind of get repetitive. Like even his dreadlock things, they were different. Where all the other ones kind of looked the same.
Yeah.
They might do a different shape to the mask or whatever, but this one was different. I liked it.
Yeah. It is kind of strange. The only thing I found weird was he had like this bone mask and like this kind of rough metal shield that kind of looked like it was hammered out.
Right.
But then he has the technology of those like little red lights to be able to shoot the arrows and stuff.
Yeah.
It seemed a little off.
Right.
Like disjointed or something.
Yeah, that was the one thing, because in the other movies he has like a plasma gun or some sort of thing on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that this time. Where the red dots go, it shoots like arrows.
Yeah.
Or bolt arrows. Like, they were metal, I believe.
Yeah. Which is still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... It doesn't wreck it for me, but it's just seemed weird compared to the rest of the stuff.
I agree with the... Because, yeah, there's even a scene with the one guy when the lasers hit him and he's, like, looking at them. Maybe that was the only reason they put them in.
Maybe.
So that he could be like, what the fuck is that? Because he's looking at it on his arm and it's moving around and he's, you know, it was a cool scene.
It was.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Strange decision to put it in, but it worked, I guess.
Yeah, it did. Especially coming on the end.
Yeah.
Where you have her using his weapons against him.
Yeah.
Like, she still doesn't technically get the kill, like, herself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I do like the setup for the ending, how she captures the one fat white guy and kind of sets him up. Like, that's when she eats the orange shit, and he walks right by her. It's that scene, because the guy has a gun in his hand, so the Predator's walking right at him, walks right past her. She kind of steps out of the way a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I like the way she set it up. She had gotten a pistol. Mm-hmm. Now that's the one piece of trivia that I have. Now, do you know what that pistol? Do you know anything about that?
I don't.
Okay. So, slight spoiler alert for Predator 2, but it makes a appearance in Predator 2. We see the gun again,
Okay.
basically. It's given as a gift from a predator to somebody, and it has the date like 17 whatever, and so that's the gun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit! I wonder if." And then they kind of show the date, like inscribed on the gun or whatever on the metal thing, and that's what it is.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
cool
didn't
kind of
realize that.
tie-in.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets a gun, learns to shoot it. The predator kills that guy. She fucking shoots the predator right in the back of the head. It blows his mask off. That's when the mask comes off.
Yeah.
And the fight is on with her and him and her brother still, I believe.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was that scene or if he died earlier. But yeah, the fight is on. Again, gets him into that mud.
Yeah.
Never-ending story. He kind of disappears, but then pops back up. And did she set the mask up?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has the mask like kind of mounted
Yeah.
to a tree or something.
And when he shoots it, kind of gets himself.
Yeah.
Cool ending. I liked it. Yeah, I liked.
Yeah.
I liked most of it. It was a good movie.
It was.
This being your like third or fourth Predator movie.
I think this is the second best one that I've seen.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of people say after the original this the best.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many of those people are going in without any nostalgia to the originals too. Like
Right.
if they're just watching them now or
Yeah.
what. But
No, I have this one as number 2.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like the original first, then this one. I think
Yeah.
they did a great job.
Me too. This guy, Trachtenberg or whatever his name is, the director, I hope he just keeps doing stuff like this where he's making movies based on a franchise
Yeah.
that you don't realize it right away.
Yeah.
Because with 10 Cloverfield Lane, same thing.
Yeah.
Like you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is just about a crazy guy in a bunker
Yeah.
like capturing people.
Yeah, that's right.
Then in the last like 10 minutes, it's like, holy shit, this is a Cloverfield movie?
That's right.
Like I knew it was, but
Yeah.
if you went in, I forgot by the time
Yeah.
the ending came
Oh,
along.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's his thing. I hope he just
Yeah.
keeps doing it.
Be good.
I want him to do I don't know,
Something else.
something else. I was trying to think of something right off the top of my head and it didn't work.
Yeah, I like the movie.
A Ninja Turtles movie.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Continue.
Perfect. I liked it, yeah. I think the body count was high. I didn't have a problem with it, but I would have preferred it to be less.
Yeah.
Like I said, without the white people, I think the movie would have been better in my opinion. But it's not like it ruined it in any way.
Yeah.
Just made it for some great kills.
Exactly.
What else do I have here? I like the music. The whole score throughout it is kind of plays constantly almost, and it was fitting and good. Like I said, cinematography was great. Acting was good.
Yeah. The
Animal
Aubrey
effects.
Plaza Comanche girl
Yeah.
was really good.
Yes. Yeah, gore, violence, and had it all.
Yeah. It's hilarious watching it on Disney Plus.
Yeah. That's right.
Watching people just get limbs cut off and
Yeah.
impaled. And
Brutal. So the body count, I have it at 36.
that's
Okay.
probably right.
So I'll run through these real quick. I'm not going to... I have a bunch of them where it's like, anyway, I'll get to it. So the first one, he gets shot with arrows. That's the guy who's looking at the red lasers on him. Second is arms chopped off, head cut off. Third, both legs chopped off, stabbed in the stomach. 4 is torn up in the field as they're running away. 5 to 8 are killed off their horses. It's off screen. Number 9 is killed off screen. 10, killed with a spear while running. 11, guy stabbed through the head. 12, guy impaled with the head, with the guy. Remember, he stabs a guy through the head and then stabs a guy
Yep.
in the chest. 13, steel net. He shoots the steel net. It tightens around that guy and just fucking pops him into a bunch of goop. 14, guy has a trap. The bear trap thing or whatever thrown at his head. 15 to 17 are killed off screen. 18 to 21 killed in various ways. 21 being one of the cooler ones with the shield.
Yep.
Cutting him. 22, guy shot in the head. 23 to 27 are killed by that bomb thing that he left. He typed as an arm thing and left. 28 to 32 are killed by Neru at the camp, stabbing and axing them all. She does her thing.
Great scene.
Yep. 33, guy with one leg gets stepped on, then stabbed. 34, her brother gets impaled. 35, the fat guy gets his head chopped off. And 36, Predator gets beat up and then gets arrowed through the head.
Yeah.
My favorite was the metal netting that gets shot. It was just such a
cool
tightening and then pop scene.
Yeah, it's kind of like the guy's laying there wrapped around the log and it's just squeezing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't put a worse kill. It would be one of the ones off screener that happened really quick.
Another one of my favorite kills is the bear. Actually,
oh yeah, I didn't mention the animals. But,
because it just really like drives home how big of a badass he is in that one scene.
Nothing made me jump. I assume nothing.
No.
It wasn't that type of movie.
No, and I don't think there's a spooky, scary, terrifying to this either.
Yeah.
It's more action with a lot of gore.
Exactly. Yeah. What else was I going to mention to you? Bear, animal, made you jump. I can't remember. Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. On to ratings, I guess.
Yep.
I give it an 8.5.
Nice.
So
I'm giving it a 9.
Okay.
I really, really liked it.
Awesome.
Pleasantly surprised. Whenever I seen the trailer for this, and I was like, holy shit, this looks cool.
Yeah.
I even messaged you, I think, being like, have you seen the Prey trailer? And then when I found out, like, a couple of weeks later, it's on Disney Plus, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't be better.
Yeah. I do remember what I was going to mention to you.
Okay.
I saw some people commenting, and some cool ideas were thrown out there. I don't think that this would ever happen, but somebody had mentioned about they'd like to see Predator fighting like a Viking era.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Something like that would be cool, eh? But they mention in it, like, even in like the rundown, is this is one of the first Predators to land on Earth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll ever do that, but it is a cool concept to have them fighting different time periods of
I would love
people.
a 1950s Predator. Did you watch the credits, like the animations during the credits? That's another thing, because it looks like it's hinting at a sequel.
Yeah, the ships.
Yeah, because it shows basically the movie in like cave drawing sort of stuff. And then at the very end of it, it shows a group of them there, and then you see the ships come out of the sky, and they kind of look up at them, and then it's over.
Yeah.
So
maybe
I'd be okay with another one.
Me too.
I liked it.
The one piece of trivia that I mentioned, during an interview with Slash Film director Dan Trachtenberg, or whatever the fuck his name is, mentioned the film's creative team struggled with what he called the Hunt for Red October thing. That's the same as Valkyrie. In Hunt for Red October, they're all singing the Russian anthem, and it morphs into English. So, where the characters speak Russian before transitioning into English. I just fucking said that. He said they never quite came up with a way to make it work, so instead the film was shot in English and Comanche. Both languages are spoken, but when you hear English, it's as if it is Comanche.
Okay.
So that's the whole thing. Like, when you're hearing them, just imagine they're speaking their normal language.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What I need to know is if they really use the term "take a squat" whenever they need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because at one time, one of the warriors was like, "I have to go take a squat." I was like, that seems a little out of place, but maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for this week. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Let us know what you think of Prey. If you haven't watched it yet, like we said, it's on Hulu and on Disney+. Yeah. I was very happy.
Me too.
So we'll be back next week with something completely different. And thank you for listening. Bye.